Thank you, Cherie. My name's Dan. I'm taking over Ariel for a minute. She has a bum leg and needs to sit down. She's recovering, though. She's on the mend. Does everyone have one of these flyers that we've been passing out? There's a reason I'm asking. You'll notice that there's a QR code on the bottom right. And what a QR code is, for those who don't know, your smartphone, you point your camera at it, and I'd like everyone to take a moment to do that now. That'll take you to a website to write a letter to your legislator. And what we're asking our legislators to do, and the governor, Governor Dan McKee, is to ensure that Rhode Island's cannabis legalization law respects racial and economic justice, which the current proposals do not yet do. In particular, again, we are asking for a few critical things. One, we want working class people, people of color, people harmed by the drug war to get a piece of this industry, which has not happened in other states. A small number of big weed corporations have monopolized the market everywhere it's been legalized. That's not acceptable for that to happen in Rhode Island. And so one of the things we're proposing is that 50% of the licenses be set aside for so-called equity licenses. And what we're also asking for is something that no other state has done, which is that to ask that half of those equity licenses, a quarter of all licenses, be reserved for worker-owned cannabis cooperatives.
Yeah. Yep.
We want Rhode Island to be the first state in the country guaranteeing a portion of the market for worker-owned cannabis cooperatives. And we want criminal records to be automatically expunged, all marijuana-related offenses wiped from people's criminal records. There's no reason those should be on people's criminal records once cannabis is legal and other people are profiting from it. People who sold it or used it when it was illegal should not continue to suffer for that. And we're asking for civil rights protections for marijuana users and also union rights for all cannabis industry workers in the state. So I'd like everyone to use that QR code to open up the letter. There's some suggested language in there, but you can use that if you'd like, but it's even better if you write your own. Even just a paragraph is fine. If you have your own experiences in the drug war, if you are a person who'd like to start a cannabis cooperative, a worker-owned cannabis cooperative in Rhode Island, make it personal. So please, we're gonna remind you a few times throughout this event to scan the QR code and write that letter. I know it can feel like stupid and futile to write letters to politicians, but this isn't like calling up Joe Biden in Washington and being like, I'd like to speak to the president. We live in a very tiny state, and your legislators actually notice when you write to them, believe it or not. So it actually really matters. So please make the time to do this.